We got some news to talk about today. We've got Twitch drops coming soon, more 12.1 updates, some explanations from Blizzard on what happened the other day with the servers absolutely crashing hard, and a few other things happening in and outs of the World of Warcraft, including some Classic Plus stuff, maybe. Let's just go ahead and jump straight in. The Sorcerer's Grassy Garb. That's right, this nice little set here with the cape and the helm will be your Twitch drop starting on August 11th on patch day. This thing will be dropping for anybody who watches this shitty stream or any other wonderful WoW stream for 4 hours at least. You'll get yourself this little garb here. Again, that's all you got to do. There's directions here on how to connect your Twitch account if you haven't before. I'll link this in the chat. Obviously, this will link down below the YouTube video too. Go ahead and link up and pop into stream, why don't you? I'm here 5 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. Say hi and grab your Sorcerer's Garb. Blizzard has an explanation for what happened the other day. I was live on stream and servers were not live. We had basically to watch React content for a good 2 hours because the servers weren't up. Well, Blizzard's blaming it on a hardware facility. That's right, a partner facility where evidently their hardware was having issues leading to servers crashing. Blizzard basically putting their hands up and saying, this is not our fault. This was somebody else's issue. And, the thing got fixed eventually, but it was pretty big. I mean, servers were crashed all over, hardcore, any kind of basically server. There were NA servers still up, so this was clearly a America's issue, but they did eventually get it fixed. Just interesting to hear the explanation here from Blizzard. Decor duels are going away. Don't forget this, guys. Decor duels are, in fact, going away. They will not be continuing on with the next patch. So if you have any of that illusionary coins, you might want to spend it because that's going to be a completely useless currency after this is all over. These are the things you can spend it on, obviously. There's the mount. This mount might be kind of rare going forward. I don't know how many people actually participated in Decor duels, but you got this Beekeeper, it's another bee mount. It's a kind of blue and purple iteration on it. I'm not sure if we'll see this again. Could be a trading post thing later on, but that's right. This mount, it's their last couple of days here to get this. So if you want to still do Decor duels and maybe get the mount, the good news is they have increased the rate at which the illusionary coins drops. In fact, they've doubled it. So you can go try to get this mount as quickly as you can. If you haven't already, there's also a bunch of transmog, toys, weapons, things like that. So if you want to get this stuff, this is your last couple days here to go ahead and get that. Once 12.1 goes live, this stuff will be obsolete. Moving on to some sad news. That's right. Listen to this wonderful WoW music in the background. Isn't it great? Well, one of the great composers from Blizzard is in fact leaving Blizzard. Adam Burgess has been at Blizzard Entertainment for over 11 years, composing soundtracks for World of Warcraft, Overwatch, and Diablo franchises. Earlier this week, he announced that he will be leaving Blizzard Entertainment to try something new starting next month. So, yeah, he's known for a bunch of compositions and stuff. He actually made the amazing soundtrack for the Erator cinematic. Yeah, big sad. I agree. You know that when the freaking light comes down and the music crescendos and everything, he was part of that. He was also a big part of the Overwatch music. I mean, if you've heard some of this stuff, some pretty iconic soundtracks here for Overwatch. I mean, everybody knows the kind of Overwatch overlay soundtrack. He's a big part of a lot of this stuff. And Overwatch 2, yeah, a lot of people playing it, but you got to say one thing about it. It's still got some great sound for sure. So anybody who's interested in his story or where he's going, you can follow him on Twitter. Give him a little Adam Burgess again and see what he's all about. But he is no longer going to be at Blizzard. Again, a big sad for that one, for sure. Atrophic Poison. I'm mentioning this because this one kind of caught me by surprise, and I think maybe a lot of people other than rogues don't know this is coming. So there's a lot of new talents and abilities coming with 12.1. There's not just like a reshuffling or rebalancing of some classes. Some classes are getting full-on new abilities and reworks to their talent trees. Atrophic Poison is a new talent for rogues that is actually a full-on raid buff. So yes, rogues are in fact getting a raid buff in 12.1, and this is going to be a good one for them because it actually reduces damage to all party members by 5%. So what it actually does is it applies a poison to the boss. The boss does a little bit less damage, and it has been confirmed actually this does apply to the new raid bosses, diminishing their overall damage to the raid by 5%. So that's a pretty big one. Yeah, give DKs a raid buff. I know. What happened to our Horn of Winter? Besides the point, though, rogues will be a little bit more necessary going forward. This is just kind of an FYI for everybody. You probably want to bring at least one rogue into raid. And then for all the rogues out there, rejoice. You're definitely going to be wanted in raids. Atrophic Poison. Again, a 5% reduction to certain boss abilities. Of course, it looks like it's going to be mostly nature damage, which all the poisons kind of apply to that. So this is going to be pretty nice for them. Again, rogues being able to dodge this shit. And by the way, nature damage, don't quote me on that. Environmental damage overall is really what it's about. And yeah, there's boss abilities that definitely do that. And this is going to be a reduction of that. So that's pretty nice. Housing Andes. New housing shit coming? Maybe. 12.1 data mining has occurred showing 2 new housing exteriors being added. If you've always enjoyed the rustic look of the farmlands of Westfall or anything like that, you're going to really love these. We got some brand new outdoor housing, I guess you'd call them skins or whatever. This is really cool looking. Look at the brickwork and everything in here. So yes, you can live in your favorite wooden barn now, and you also have a different colorway here, the springtime Westfall barn. This is another nice one here with a different colorway. Kind of reminds me of Kaltiris with this kind of bluish green here. But yep, new housing stuff. Not sure how you're going to get these yet. Look at that stained glass window. That's absolutely glorious. Hopefully not some Hearthsteel items. We don't know yet. It could be Hearthsteel. Yep, we could shit on this entire parade soon. But overall, these are really nice, highly detailed, pretty cool looking stuff. We'll see. Maybe we get one on the trading post, one in Hearthsteel. Who knows? But these will be coming in 12.1 at some point. Players are trying to get over this new mechanic from the, God, what do we call him? The new Delve boss. Right, your double question mark difficulty, single question mark difficulty. We're talking about the new Delve boss, and he has a Simon Says mechanic, right? Where he basically pushes out poison waves, and you need to remember exactly which triangle was left open, because eventually he goes through the entire pattern again, but without marking it on the floor of where it's going to go. So it's strictly a memorization game. Players have been trying to create all kinds of add-ons, memory add-ons, things like that to be able to remember exactly what's going on here and trivialize this mechanic. Well, Blizzard police are out in force with their batons, dick slapping anybody who tries to do this. And basically, they've eliminated every single type of workaround so far. There has been no add-on that's been able to do this yet. Players have made them, but every time they do, Blizzard finds out and wrecks it and completely removes it. So, or the ability for it to actually get the data. So basically, you're going to have to do this the hard way. You're going to have to put some symbols on the ground, remember which ones to go stand in the right order. It's going to challenge your memory a little bit, but this is pretty cool. I'm excited to get in here and do this one. The first season Delve boss, it wasn't that great, I'll be honest. It was kind of too easy. I went in there one-shotted it. Now, yes, I did it late in the season, so I was pretty geared, but somebody like Kaiveza, you know, from last expansion, didn't matter when you went in there. That bitch had 3-4 mechanics that were going to one-shot you. So you had to do the shit right. So she was a perfect, you know, to me, example of what a big boy Delve boss should be. This one, and by the way, it's the Nemesis boss. That's what it's called. This one, we'll see if it's going to be harder than that first season. I think that first season for Midnight was a bit too easy. This one seemingly a bit harder. And no add-ons to be able to get past this shit. Discord is coming to WoW, whether you like it or not. It is coming. Now, the good thing is you don't have to join it. You don't have to be part of it. But Blizzard released a full article of how this is all going to work, how you can, in fact, link your account and everything. It's pretty intuitive. You'll go into the settings, link your Discord. Now, one thing I do want to say, to link a Discord to WoW and have the Discord channel linked up, you got to be in a guild. The Discord is going to be used and basically attached to that guild. Now, one thing that kind of a PSA going out for this stuff is the Discord for the guild. Anybody who does not join the WoW side of this will not be able to talk in the Discord. It's kind of weird. So if you're in WoW and you're on the guild Discord channel, but you're not linked up to the guild Discord, you won't be able to talk in the Discord. It's a weird one. So what Blizzard's suggesting here, and what a lot of people are suggesting, is do not link up any of your big time community Discords. We have the Samiccus community Discord out here, and we also have the Guildicus, which is kind of our community guild. I will not link up this one to WoW. Basically, you want to make a new... The Crabman, thank you for the follow. Welcome to our Scourge. Basically, you want to make a new Discord just for your guild, and then link that one up. That's going to be the way to do it, because the permissions and everything involved in this, and kind of the inability for people who don't want to link Discord to WoW to be able to talk in that chat, it's going to hinder too much shit. So keep your actual big-time Discord communities only on Discord. And if you want one for the guild master will have to link it up for everybody and basically create a Discord channel for the guild, and then the guild can have that linked up to the to Discord. That's how that's all going to work. It's a bit wishy-washy in terms of, hey, if you say something fucked up in the Discord, is it going to get you banned in WoW? Because people say different shit on different sides of their chats. I'm not sure. I really can't speak to that yet. I don't know how Blizzard's going to monitor Discord channels, but it is going to show up in the guild chat, basically. You can separate it out, but basically you have the guild chat right here. This is how it's going to look with the little Discord logo. That'll mean the person's actually talking in the guild through Discord. So that's how that'll be. You can actually separate it out too as well, so it's a completely separate Discord channel, interestingly enough. But the Discord settings and everything else, pretty straightforward. Basically, it's like chatting in guild chat, but you have the little Discord logo next to it. And if you're chatting in WoW through the Discord channel, it'll be showing up on Discord as well. So anybody who's not in the game can actually see the chat and participate as well if they have it linked up. Interesting stuff here. I thought it was just going to be like a straightforward, hey, when people are chatting in Discord, you could see it in WoW kind of overlay. I guess not. It's like legitimately in the chat, and it's actually linked up. So anyone who doesn't link it up can't participate in that channel anymore. So it's kind of weird. But that's how that's all going to work. Now, moving on to something else interesting here. I'm not a Classic Andy by any means. I'm probably not going to be into Classic Plus. But Classic Plus is a big deal, and that's why I'm reporting on this. And I have actually been saying this for quite a while. Guys, I think Classic Plus is going to be sample playable on the floor at BlizzCon. Now, don't quote me on that. There is no announcement of that or anything else, but we keep seeing these little updates here and there of Blizzard moving these servers around. The most recent move, the internal build of patch 1.6, typically receives weekly updates. However, last week, the build was mysteriously moved to 2 separate developer servers. Could this indicate that Blizzard is working on 1.6.0? This build presently to be presented externally? Right now, this is an interesting one. So the way that they moved it out, it looks like, yes, they are setting it up to potentially be playable by the players or testable by the players. Again, I think this is going to be something that's going to be playable on the floor at BlizzCon. I think they're going to announce Classic Plus there, and they're going to be like, oh, by the way, go check it out. Everybody at BlizzCon, go check it out. There's going to be plenty of content out there about it. Only can. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to our Scourge. So we'll see what happens with Classic Plus. I think it's going to take the cake. We're also probably going to hear Last Titan stuff, obviously, and get some kind of new cinematic coming out for that expansion. But I think, you know, as far as World of Warcraft goes overall, it's going to steal the show. And probably within WoW, Classic Plus is going to be a huge thing. That's for sure, BlizzCon. We'll continue to wrap up on things. Check out whatever's going on as 12.1 approaches. Lots of things happening every single day around World of Warcraft. And of course, this is where you can always get that news. And for today, that is all in terms of news.